The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Welcome, everybody, and good morning, and welcome to the Snack Authority. Broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, which we're going to do today, and even some bizarre and international snacks. Alone or in head-to-head battles, again, what we're going to be doing today. I'm Dave, and with me is a panel of experts. We have Mikey, we have Ed Sullivan, and Jessica is on vacation.
What?
Snack vacation.
Not
Maybe
from
a diet?
snacks.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she'd probably get a big bowl of popcorn in front of her or something.
You go on vacation. Do you eat more or less snacks?
I actually don't do vacation.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot who I was talking
Yeah,
to. Mikey, you go on vacation. Do you eat more or less snacks?
Depends.
Really?
If the midget's home, I gotta try to set a good example and not eat junk.
And the
But if
midget would be your daughter?
Yes, my little beardless dwarf. But usually if she's not at home, I'm grabbing quickie stuff, so whatever the heck I find in the pantry just goes in my face.
It's good to know you're not very discerning.
So around her, you don't like to be eating all kinds of crap because you're leading bad example?
Exactly. I want her to,
right.
because she actually does like some healthy stuff. She'll eat cucumbers and stuff like that, so I don't want to try to. Granted, she
right.
soaks it in ranch, but
Is cucumber food?
it's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's green.
Yeah, it's not a snack,
no,
but
it's
It's just not leafy.
I try to stay away from it. Am I making a mistake?
no.
If it's pickled, it's okay.
Well, there's
Right.
good. I like a good half sour.
Yeah?
Although the bread and butter can be pretty darn good if they make your nostrils flare out
Well,
when you take a bite into
This
it.
is a good point. Is the pickle a snack? Could it be?
Could it be a snack?
Well, it's
oh
used
my
as a
goodness.
condiment, isn't
It would
it?
be
So
the
it could
healthiest
be.
snack around.
Yeah, I mean,
You could probably use it.
As a relish.
Relish
Right.
it's a condiment.
Yeah.
As a when you have a burger, you have a pickle on the side. Now, is that considered a
No.
snack or a side dish?
As we touched on in the potato chip episode, you know,
Yeah.
the old potato chip place used to have a big barrel of pickles, too, and people would get
Big
them
old dills,
and
yeah.
eat them.
And a potato is a vegetable. So we
Yeah.
have some vegetable snacks.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like the veggie straws, you get stuff like that. It's a straw of processed veggie that's.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Bleh.
I don't know. I don't know if that's really vegetables.
I
Although
doubt
they are colored in the right color.
Looks like the
colorful.
pasta that's supposed to be healthy, right?
Right. Let's forget the health and move on to.
Well, we are forgetting about the health
Yes.
today for sure. There's no doubt about
All
it.
right, so
And this is the chocolate cream-filled cupcake.
yes.
Right. Cream, CREME.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the ho-ho, which looks like a hockey puck.
Oh, I thought the ho-ho was a cylinder.
No, is that the Yoo-hoo? I forget.
The funny bone is the one with
Yeah,
the
funny bones,
with
peanut butter. Those are
Peanut
delicious.
Yeah, the ring ding is
Ring
a
ding,
cylinder.
that's it. Yes,
there it
yes,
is.
yes.
Ring ding for sure. For sure. So this is the one I know, is
Yeah,
the Hostess.
Classic Hostess.
Now, Ed will be telling us if this is the original or whatever it is, but what it is, for sure, because it says it on the package, it's got to be true, it's the #1 cupcake. It's America's #1 cupcake.
Oh, they bounced back that fast after bankruptcy, huh?
Right.
Yeah, we'll get to all of that.
So each one of these that we have, and we're going to go the Hostess, we're going to do Little Debbie, and we're going to do the Entenmanns. And the Entenmanns is the new Entenmann. So apparently there was a different Entenmann.
The rookie on the field.
Yeah, but now this is the new one. And each one of them have 8 cupcakes in each box. So,
Yeah, while you're opening one,
Yeah.
I give the history of the cupcake,
All
not
right.
the commercial one
right.
necessarily. A cupcake is a small cake designed to serve one person, if that, right?
yeah.
Typically, it's baked in paper or aluminum cups. As with larger cakes, icing and other decorations, such as fruit or candy, may be applied. The earliest description of a cupcake was in 1796, when a recipe... we had a
Cupcake
missed
down.
pass.
Fumble on the field.
A recipe for a light cake to bake in small cups was written in American Cookery by Amelia Simmons. The earliest documentation of the term cupcake was in 75 Receipts for Pastry, Cakes, and Sweetmeats. That's Eliza Leslie's 1828 cookbook. And I didn't say 75 recipes. I said 75 receipts. Receipt is an old form that means the same as recipe.
Oh, all right.
It's old-timey stuff, you know. So we can move on to talk a little bit about Hostess. We'll start with a little blurb from one of their commercials.
Where's the cream filling? Now that's the stuff. Hostess.
That's the stuff. So the Hostess cupcake was first sold on May 11th, 1919. Some sources claim it was the first commercially produced cupcake, and Hostesses claim that it was the first snack cake ever introduced to the market. Now,
Hey, look who's here. Woo! She's on vacation.
yeah. Yeah, and she's getting here right at the scheduled start time of the show. We just jumped the gun because we love cupcakes.
Yes.
That's all. We just couldn't hold back. I'm sorry. It's us. We couldn't hold back. We made coffee, black coffee. Jessica's here on her vacation.
Jessica's here on our vacation for cupcakes.
So what we were wondering is, on vacation, do you eat more snacks or less snacks?
Okay, this is actually going to be a fun answer, everybody. On my vacation, I usually go hard on snacks because I'm doing research for you guys. But this week, I signed up at a gym. So now I am accountable to a man named Max. And he wants me to record everything I eat. I was honest.
Max is going to ruin the show. He could take this thing down.
His girlfriend is a pastry chef.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Lucky devil. And he's going to be listening to this. Keep her forever or give her to me.
Yeah, but he's into health. He probably barely eats any of it.
No, he
I'm
said
the
he
guy
can eat
that should be
thousands of
going with her,
calories.
whoever she is.
He can eat thousands of
calories.
calories because he works out.
Oh, okay.
I could eat thousands of calories and just do nothing.
Right.
That's weird, though. That's not right. I'm so excited
Hold
right
on.
now.
250 gone.
So, as far as Hostess being the first commercially
Keep a track
available
which one's which, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
snack cake, Tasty Cake claims that they were first.
Them some good
Really?
stuff.
Tasty cake.
I've
okay.
never had a tasty
They're
cake.
hard to find, though.
That was the old cakes that used to be on the trucks, the aluminum trucks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
They
know.
call them the roach coaches
roach
and
coach.
stuff.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
Is there a real name for them?
Why would you call
He's
them
calling
a
you the
roach
food
coach
trucks
to eat
now,
out
I
of?
think is what they call
Yeah.
them.
Nah, it's not a food truck. This was all aluminum. Sides opened up. They did coffee.
There's still some around. You see
Yeah.
pull into
Oh, yeah.
office buildings.
They actually have
you know.
festivals with them now.
Yeah,
No,
but that's a
food
whole
trucks.
different thing.
These are not food trucks.
These were designed. They were
Oh,
aluminum.
canteen trucks.
Canteen
trucks.
right.
They're like the pickup truck with the fold down. I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so originally, 2 of the Hostess cupcakes cost 5 cents.
Jeez,
No
talk about
way.
inflation.
Yeah, we'll get to the current pricing later. But in 1950, they updated the Hostess cupcake. That's when the white line consisting of squiggles was added to distinguish the Hostess cupcake from other brands. Now, over
a
time,
So you say.
everyone stole that as
Notice
well.
just everybody stole a squiggle.
And before 1950, it didn't have the cream filling. The cream filling was added when Hostess acquired a new machine for injecting filling into Twinkies. So they repurposed the Twinkie machine for the Hostess cupcake.
So the Hostess cupcake didn't have cream filling either?
Not until 1950.
All right.
That's weird.
It was just a cupcake, period.
Yep. And as Mike alluded to, Hostess Brands entered bankruptcy in 2012 and went out of business on November 16th, 2012. It was eventually bought by Apollo Global Management, which began selling Hostess products in July 2013.
How could that even have happened?
I know.
If they sell so many of these things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Hooters in New England. How the heck do you go out of business?
Yeah. You're printing money, my God.
I mean, gosh.
Yeah, so I think one of the things we want to accomplish today is really do a good comparison of the amount of cream
And I'd
in
like
these
to note,
cakes.
Eddie has rigged up a close-up cam.
Yeah. And
No.
So we can really show you these things in detail.
Have you cut them all now, Mike?
Not yet, but I'd like to actually show the differences between them before we get into
Sure.
dissection.
And let me give you a camera for you to.
All right. Now, this is going to be the Hostess, so I just want you to pay attention to what the actual top of this looks like. It looks like it's kind of like matte.
Oh,
It's got a
yeah.
little bit of shine to it.
And please note that there are 7 squiggles
Yes.
on a Hostess cupcake.
It's funny.
really are.
The Hostess almost has a sparkle to it.
Yes, it's like the sugar dusting. It's like
Yeah.
fairy farts on it or something.
Sounds appetizing.
Oh, no.
Now, here comes the Little Debbie. You'll notice this actually looks kind of like chocolate.
It looks darker.
Yeah,
Darker.
it's a little richer, a little smoother and creamier.
Notice
Squiggles aren't as
7
uniform.
squiggles on top. The
Not
total,
quite as pretty, though.
the total rip-off.
Yeah.
Total rip-off of the Hostess cupcake.
Yeah,
When did
Hostess,
Little Debbie come around?
Little Debbie.
They didn't really say exactly.
Yeah, much later.
And then we've got the Entenmanns, which, according to the box, is the new kid on the block.
The new Entenmann's.
The consistency looks a little bit squashed.
We have a 4 squiggle, which
Yeah,
is
and if
much
you look,
less.
it just looks like they took a ribbon machine and splatted the top with the chocolate.
Right, and it's a flatter cake,
Yeah, aesthetically-
smaller.
Aesthetically, it doesn't look that great.
It's smaller.
I mean, you
it's,
got-
it's
The cream bulging out the side.
And it
it's,
doesn't
it's
have
even
the,
less in height.
it doesn't have the cupcake shape, flared out on top the way the Hostess
And
is.
man, is that thing greasy.
Yeah, we didn't do
I
napkins.
found the Little Debbie greasier.
I don't know which one just slimy, but I think it was the Entenmann's. All right, dissection.
Yeah, the Little Debbie is greasy.
All right, first one I'm going to slice open is this here, Hostess.
The
Hostess. So Little Debbie is manufactured by McKee Foods Corporation, a privately held and family-owned business. As of 2013, McKee ships more than 900 million cartons of Little Debbie products each year.
Okay, now here we got a gutted Hostess cupcake.
Interestingly, McKee also acquired Drake's in 2012.
Oh, my.
Really? So Drake's and Little Debbie are the same thing then, huh?
Yeah,
That's kind of
All right, you
scandalous.
ready for this cream goo?
and this is the Hostess,
This
right?
is the Hostess cream goo.
Oh,
Oh, meow.
oh my! You look like you got more in your Hostess than mine.
No, mine's pretty full too.
Mine is
in,
as
in
well.
comparison
May have a consistency issue
to
then.
all 3, I've already cut all mine,
All right.
and Hostess has won this by a landslide.
I know
We haven't tasted them yet. Let's give them a chance.
chocolate coating is kind of crumbly on the Hostess though.
Hostess is bigger. It's more milk chocolatey. It's
Little
more
Debbie.
filled up.
Oh, your Little Debbie has
Yeah.
Okay.
decent cream ratio.
Mine
Middle.
doesn't have that ratio.
Mine doesn't either.
Well, it's also right down the middle, so it could be just a little tiny blop, and I just hit it right. So. And now we're going to do the Entenmann's, which should be interesting because it looks like mine's trying to force its way out the side of this cake. All right. And the Entenmann's revealed.
You did okay, Mikey. Mine aren't that good on them. Mine is showing a major
Leaning towards the Hostess.
the Hostess.
Yeah.
Mikey's an expert cupcake
You can see,
cutter.
you can see I'm leaning towards the Hostess already.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had the Entenmann's. I don't know, but
I've never had any of the other 2. I've only ever had Hostess.
all right. So what are we gonna do? Hostess
I'm starting
first.
with Hostess because I think fairy farts look pretty on the top.
Can I trademark that?
Yeah, of course.
Fairy fart bumper stickers. What do you want, honey?
Okay, exactly what I thought it was gonna taste like.
Well, it's a familiar taste,
Yes.
right?
When it comes to snacks, this is the king of snacks, as far as I'm concerned.
No,
This is not a breakfast. This is not a dessert.
But how does it stack up against the Twinkie?
I love Twinkies.
Yeah, I'm more of the vanilla guy anyway, so Twinkie, I guess. But
I mean, obviously these came first.
They do make vanilla cupcakes now in these.
It's not the same. Now, every time I eat a Twinkie and I love them, I think of Zombieland. I think of Woody Harrelson and I love him.
It's fiending for Twinkies.
I did Little Debbie, a little denser.
Do you notice this is stickier? The Little Debbie has a little bit more
Wait till you get
moisture
the
in
Entenmann's.
everything.
Holy moly.
Yeah. This is the
Wow.
cream filling in mine. Look at that.
Interesting.
The Little Debbie
Chocolates.
has more of a dark chocolate,
Yeah.
background bitterness to it.
Yeah, I noticed the chocolate's got more of like a sweet hit. Whereas it's got a little more crumbly on the Hostess one.
Yeah. The cake is more
The cake's
dense.
moister. The cake on the Hostess reminds me more of devil food. Mm-hmm. Like a little bit more of a dry. Not quite as dry as the devil dog, which makes you want a cup of water, milk right after.
Then when you get to Entenmann's, tastes more real.
It does.
It does. I mean, we got to admit that.
It tastes more real.
There's actually an ingredient
Not
difference.
there's anything
Like
wrong
it
with
was made by a person
Yeah.
instead of a machine.
I wouldn't go that far.
All right, sorry.
That's okay. That was just a step too far. I would like to say, though, with the price difference, the ingredient difference, and even some wording choices, it's very interesting between these because they all look similar, maybe not the same. The only one of these three that actually call it a cupcake instead of a cake is Little Debbie. Serving size, one cake, and then one cupcake. Everybody's happy to see a cupcake. I would be surprised if you guys didn't love the Little Debbie. It's the only one that has barley malt in it, and you guys love that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not digging the Little Debbie. I got to be honest.
Really?
No?
If I tasted Little Debbie without knowing it was a packaged product, I would swear somebody made this.
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie or the Entenmann's?
Entenmann's, I'm
That's
sorry.
the one.
Entenmann's.
Right now,
Little
we're,
Debbie's-
Entenmann's tastes like you made it at home.
I like it. It's very good. But the Little Debbie has this weird aftertaste. It's like almost like a sweet. It's just odd. I don't
Well-
get it out of either of the other two.
Little Debbie has the highest amount of calories in it. There's 220 calories per Little Debbie cupcake.
It tastes just the chocolate top on the Little Debbie.
I'm just going to try a cream comparison right now.
It tastes a little top, which tastes like candy on the Hostess.
Yeah.
Almost like a candy.
Do any
Cover.
of them actually taste like frosting or not
No.
so much?
That tastes like candy. I don't know, kind of vile on.
Now, the
Little
interesting thing I
Debbie.
noticed about the fillings on these, the Hostess one almost has a consistency just shy of being like fluff, which is a New England thing. It's almost like a marshmallow.
Which one?
The Hostess, one.
Hostess.
If you just do the
Just the cream?
Dip.
just the cream, it's got like the consistency almost of fluff. It's sticky.
I like that, though. I think
It's very
that
airy. You know, if I could take the Entenmann's and stuff it with the Hostess filling, it would be the perfect mini cupcake to me. Because the Entenmann's is
I just
very
tasted the cream by myself on the Little Debbie.
the Entenmann's
Very sugary.
is very crunchy. It's got a lot of sugar granule in it on the Entenmann's. And it's almost like a shortening frosting that you get on cake.
I mean, the Hostess is quite sweet.
Yeah, I think my favorite
The,
filling
the,
is
to-
the
the
Hostess.
top is candy.
Yeah.
Very
But so don't eat the top. Just try the chocolate, the cake by itself. Then just try the cream by itself. You know, you got to kind of dissect this and eat all three ingredients.
I disagree. I think that when I eat the pieces separate, they're all wrong. They're not right.
Yeah,
I
they
know that's
have
not
to
a
go
very
together.
technical term, but when you try them together, it's how they want you to be tasting it. And I get that these are generally for children and kid-like adults like us. Together, you're getting what they want you to taste, and I'm all about that.
yeah,
but-
the chocolate topping on the Entenmann's is almost fudge-like.
It really is. If you bend your cake, it'll peel one side completely off for the Entenmann's. That's the only one that does that.
And it's also the only one that looks like it was applied with a ribbon machine. It's like just draped over the top of it.
Yeah.
Little Debbie's chocolate is good on top by itself.
There's something in the Little Debbie when I eat it. It's got this really sweet note, and I don't know if I like it. I think it's coming from the chocolate, the cake.
All right, you guys munch while I
Must
do
be the
the
barley.
snack news, and then
Rock and
it'll
roll.
already be time to take our vote.
Oh,
So
gee whiz.
consider carefully. So the mystery buyer of Necco wafers and sweethearts emerged this week.
Ooh.
And the buyer is Spangler Candy Company. Now, does anyone have a guess why you might know them?
I'm thinking Ghostbusters.
No.
I'm sorry.
Here's a clue. They're one of the largest lollipop producers in the world.
Really? Charms? No.
Dum Dums.
Tootsie.
Yeah.
Just
Dum
got it.
Dums.
Nailed
Ding,
it.
ding.
Huh.
Yeah, so Spangler is known for making dum-dums and candy canes. They do a lot of candy canes. So they're going to expand their campus in Ohio to produce the Sweethearts, Necco wafers, and Canada mints. Yuck.
No, my grandmother's still alive. She'd be happy.
I can't say
It's
I'd
like
turn one down.
Pepto-Bismol.
Well, they're really old school, though,
I like
you know.
them.
And Kirk Vashaw, CEO of Spangler Candy Company, said Sweethearts and Necco wafers are iconic brands with rich 100-year-plus histories. They're perfect additions to our portfolio of traditional candies.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, was Necco an international or a national thing? Because I don't remember seeing them out in California when I was a kid.
Well, it's New England Confectionery Company,
Yeah.
so I think they were distributed, but not crazy popular outside of New England, as far as I know.
Oh.
But Necco wafers date back to 1847,
Wow.
when Oliver Chase, an English immigrant, invented a lozenge cutting machine to produce the wafers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Spangler's a family-owned and operated company since 1906.
Nice.
And the other news, I thought we'd touch on one of last week's contenders, Lindt. Well, they were the winner, right? Because me and
Yeah.
Dave
Nah.
picked them.
And then what
It
the other
was
I
two?
did
split.
Cadbury.
The other two were split.
Yeah.
But Lindt is launching their company's largest sampling promotion, so we might have to go on a road trip here. They are doing that in Chicago. And from Millennium Park to Wrigley Field, Lindt will be giving away free Lindor truffles.
They do that in all the malls, though.
Yeah, running through mid-October, the company will give away 1 million of its Lindor truffles.
All we're asking for is a hard 1,000.
That's a lot of truffles.
Yeah.
Sampling will be held at a range of events, including the Chicago Food Truck Fest, Cubs games, and the Chicago Half Marathon.
Maybe they would want to come on the Snack Authority and talk about this.
Or
They
at
should.
least give us some.
Well,
Something.
they can come on, and the key would be for them to give us some stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, whenever
We'll
I'm in,
share.
whenever I'm at like a mall and there's a Lindt store, if I don't want to buy nothing, I just walk in so I can get the free truffle.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know they did that.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying. I mean,
We know where Jess is going
So I'm
after
eating
the
just a
show.
cake here. I'm trying to figure out which one has the best cake by itself. And because I already know which one has the best cream, which one has the best topping, but the best cake.
Is there a texture difference? Because I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
feeling these, squeezing these.
Yeah, there's definitely a texture difference between them all.
The only one of these three that
Very
doesn't have water as a second ingredient is the Entenmann's. That's vegetable oil. That's the one I was expecting
why
to
I'm
be
getting it.
denser, stickier.
Yeah.
It is
Just
greasy,
richer.
Yeah. It's the one that always puts a shine on my fingers when I touch it.
And generally, if you're doing baking, which I do quite a bit of, a lot of cakes are butter-based and the others are oil-based. And an oil-based cake is always moister.
Denser? Is
yeah,
that effective
because
dense?
really, when you think about butter, it's got high water content. So it'll help make a sort of lighter and fluffier cake, whereas the oil, no water content, because
It's
you know
oil.
why.
Yeah.
Oil and
Separates.
water don't mix. So that gives you a denser and moister cake.
Okay.
The color difference isn't huge between them. I mean, on the outside, it really looked
the
like it was
only-
going to be a big difference.
The only notable difference is the actual coating. The Hostess is the fairy fart matte colored
I
coating.
like the hard, because if you tap it, it's tappable.
Yeah, it
This
doesn't
is
stick to you.
hard. It's a little bit of a neater treat. If you're going to be giving your kids something, yes, they're going to smear it all over their
Candy-coated
face.
shell. It's almost an M&M.
Kind of, yeah, except it's
That's a bold statement.
not that hard.
Except that it melts in your hand and your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Funny thing is,
let's talk about the cost of this and the calorie count.
So each package is pretty close. There's 12.7 ounces in the Hostess, and it's $2.99 for the package. Little Debbie is $3, 1 penny more, with 14.83 ounces in the package. The Entenmann's rolls in at $4.99, and that's for a 12.7 ounce package. So the difference between them is Hostess is at 0.24 or 24 cents per ounce. Little Debbie is 20 cents per ounce, and Entenmann's is 39 cents per ounce.
That's significant.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
a bit of a
almost twice
difference.
as much, 40 Entenmann's
And the-
as the Hostess.
And the Entenmann's, well, we're talking about per ounce, but there's 8 cupcakes in each one.
Yeah, it's a smaller.
So it's a smaller cupcake, but it's denser, obviously,
Right.
because it's almost the same.
It's the same weight as the Hostess, though.
Right.
Yeah, it's dense.
It's
It's less
dense.
air in it.
I kind of dig that. I like that.
You like it?
Yeah, I want it to be heavy like a brick. You know, it's going to make you feel a little more.
So price-wise, the other two are a penny apart, so it's almost the same exact price.
Note the size of the package for Little Debbie was a bit larger. It's 14.8
So
grams.
Little Debbie's the least expensive.
Yeah, by quite a bit. But
How were you getting that? Because there's 8 of them in each. There were a penny difference in each pack.
it's
How
a
many?
heavier. This is just a bigger package.
Probably bigger cupcakes.
Yeah, the cupcakes are slightly bigger, just if nothing else, but by weight.
By weight.
Could be
Again,
density
that's more
thing, too.
dense also.
Yeah. So if you're looking at them, just this one is slightly heavier. This package isn't as big. They look almost identical.
Yeah.
I will say they do look almost
But-
identical, but I did the math out,
Okay.
and everybody loves the math.
But, you know, even if the weights are close, the Entenmanns look smaller, so I'm more likely to eat more of those.
Okay,
Well, these are little. I'm going to have 4 of them.
So there's 8 to a pack. A
Yep.
cupcake is going to cost you 37 cents on a Hostess and a Little Debbie. 37 cents for one cupcake.
Yep.
The much smaller but denser cupcake of the Entenmanns is 62 cents for a cupcake.
Whoa.
Still less than you'd be paying at a bakery. So if this would stand up to any bakery cupcake, if you think,
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't say it, but you know what I mean? That's
Who
what they're
would?
going
You-
after.
We are the
Well,
authority on the subject
You
here.
never know. I mean, bakeries, I find, are very inconsistent with cupcakes. They tend to focus so much on how do I make it
Decorating.
look pretty?
Yeah.
Right.
Remember they used to we went into this fancy restaurant and changed Sanka for regular coffee. Let's see what the people said. This is an old thing. Me and only
I remember
Ed-
New Orleans.
Yeah. So what if you went into a bakery and you took out the cupcakes and you replaced them with Entenmann's cupcakes?
You'd be
People
covered.
came in and would they say what? What's wrong with your cupcakes? Or
Well,
would
they'd say these are really small because the bakeries tend to go huge
Yeah.
on cupcakes now. You know, they charge you more per cupcake than the package of 8.
Well, it's because it's special.
If they decorate them different, I honestly think you eat with your eyes a lot. If they decorated the crap out of this and made it pretty and sparkly and fairy farty,
So the squiggles aren't doing it for you. What you're saying?
no, it's not that they're not. It's just it offends my sensibilities that they all look the same now. This was the Hostess cupcake. This is
Right.
I
It was
call them
completely
all.
ripped off.
And they
Oh, yeah.
put that squiggle on to distinguish themselves from everyone else, and everyone jumped on the bandwagon, you know?
You couldn't put lines or X's. Well, how come you have to do the squiggle?
It's just shameful.
Yeah.
Tic-tac-toe. That'd be fun.
So the kid would say, "Yeah, get me some cupcakes. Which ones do you want? The ones with the squiggle on it."
Yeah.
They all have squiggles.
Hey, which one's the cheapest? That one.
And is that the official name for that thing, a squiggle?
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most references I saw, and it's sort of a squiggle.
Yeah.
It is a squiggle. It's a happy little squiggle.
So a cupcake, I'm seeing at an Entenmann's at 180 calories, a Little Debbie at 220, and a Hostess in the middle, at the lowest, at 160, right?
I have that. I also did the sugar and the sodium because it was
Okay.
very intriguing. There's 19 grams of sugar in the Hostess, 22 in the Little Debbie, and 22 in the Entenmann's. The sodium is really kind of what got me. The Hostess is 220 milligrams, Little Debbie is 170, and the Entenmann's is only 130.
So Hostess has less sugar, less calories, but more sodium.
Yeah.
So for your guy at the gym, which one would he want us to eat? Less calories or more sodium?
I am,
Because that's the choice here.
I am 100% sure there's not enough pain he could put me through today that is going to make up for what I've eaten in cupcakes. But I would assume the Hostess, as long as I drink water, the sodium would be out. There's less sugar.
No, you need the salt when you're working out anyways because you sweat.
Yeah, and I sweat pretty quick.
All right, I'm trying to give everything into consideration. I'm going to tell you, I dissected this thing. It's important to me. This is the Snack Authority. It's important to you. You're listening. I broke it down to my favorite in cream, my favorite in topping, my favorite in cake, and then the conclusion of what it is. And as Jessica said, it's meant to be bitten, not to be dissected like that. Some things go better because they match up better, even though it might not have the best cream and the best cake and the best.
It could be a little drier, but if it has enough cream, then when you have it together,
Right,
it's-
and there's the magic of it. So I'm going to say The best cream was Hostess. Love the cream inside there.
I agree with you.
Yep. The best top was the Entenmann's. I ate it
I
separately.
agree with you again.
And the best cake was the Entenmann's.
Same board.
Really?
Same, me
Right
and Mikey
with you.
are exactly the same.
I'm right with you on those.
But here's the crazy part of the whole thing. The best cupcake overall, Hostess.
Look at
I actually went Entenmann's.
Really?
I didn't care for the filling, but I liked the moistness of the cake, and I liked the way the
But look
the
what I'm
fudge is.
getting. I can almost get 2-to-1 in cost. It's a bigger cupcake to begin with. It's less calories. It's got everything going for it. It's got that's why it's America's number
but
one cupcake.
You're going to
Yeah.
retain water with those Hostess cupcakes.
Yeah, I
All
don't think
that
I got to worry about
sodium.
calories, Dave.
No, you don't.
You've been trying for 14 years.
Yeah,
It's a good excuse, though. I can say, oh, it's just a cupcake.
You
So
know,
Mikey's got exactly what I have, except he's picking Entenmann's as his champion.
listen, when I tried the Hostess first, and it was such a familiar taste, I'm thinking, okay, this got to win. But in the end, I went Entenmann's.
Wow.
You went Entenmann's overall.
He went
Yes.
Entenmann's.
So we got an Entenmann's overall, an Entenmann's overall. I have a Hostess overall. Jessica, pull me in here.
I was gonna go Little Debbie. I really was.
Really?
I was. There is a slight aftertaste that I cannot wash out. Mm-hmm. So I'm rocking with Hostess. I really am. I'm rocking with Hostess.
We got a tie.
It's been my whole world as far as these cupcakes go. When I want one of these, it's a Hostess. I don't call it a chocolate frosted cupcake. I call it a Hostess cupcake.
Well,
So 1, 2, 3. I would say Little Debbie as my 3.
Yeah, I'd agree
For
with
me
you.
as well.
It's got a funny aftertaste I don't care for.
This is so weird that guys are, so we met. This happened so many times already. We haven't had many shows.
Yeah.
But we may disagree on the top 2 and flip-flop them. But we have one that we like least, and she almost picked it again as her
her
I
favorite.
know.
And she doesn't like barley, and that's the only one with the barley in it.
I like
Usually we
malted
like the barley.
things.
We
I
like the
really
malt.
do.
I'll
But-
take any one of them.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't sneeze at a single cupcake
No.
that's thrown at me, but
They're all good. They one of my favorite snacks is the snack cake,
Oh, yeah.
which is available
They're
in
convenient.
convenience stores, in everywhere. Just you name it.
You even put them in condoms. I mean, cellophane wrappers.
There we go.
everywhere fine snacks are sold.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
What are we gonna do next week? Did we pick?
What are you doing?
We did, but I don't recall.
Okay.
Because we
We're on a
started-
sugar high. We can't.
Well, we started to lay out really through the end of the year, so we talked about so many things, but
Let's leave it as a surprise. We
It's
want to
gonna-
surprise our
all
viewers.
right.
It's good
This
though.
is exciting. So if you guys have an idea for a snack we should dig into, an idea of what to pair against each other, let us know. Contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Please let your snack eating friends know about us. Share it, subscribe to it, give it a 5-star rating. This is for Dave, Ed, Mikey, and Jess, and that's me. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for snacking, and please enjoy these cupcakes. They're really good.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.